Hello, viewers out there. You're welcome to the Monday episode of Sports Orbit. My name is Afracho Salifu Usman. Makes a return on this beautiful sunny Monday. Salifu, welcome once again to Sports Orbit. Yes, after there was no Sports Orbit during the weekend, so
okay, it's good to be back. It's good to be back again for a new week.
All right, on today's episode of Sports Orbit, as usual, we have an exciting package for you. But first, we'll begin from the home front. That's talking about the NPFL and the thing with Nigerian sports and football in general. Sometimes once you think a problem, a matter has been laid to rest, it takes up a new dimension. And we saw that severally in basketball, and now it's football again, where, of course, former secretary of the defunct Nigerian Football Stakeholders Forum and senior special advisor on information and strategy to the Gombe State Governor, that's talking about Ahmed Shuaibu Gara-Gombe, has described as illegal the just inaugurated Interim Management Committee to oversee the Nigerian Professional Football League. Of course, that committee was inaugurated on a Friday to, superintend over the affairs over the state of the league as it is. But Gara-Gombe, in a special audio broadcast, said that the IMC is illegal, stressing that the sports minister has no constitutional power to constitute an independent body to run the league. He said, in the first place, I tried to look at the Constitution of Nigeria and also the statutes of the Nigerian Football Association. I have never seen anywhere that gives the sports minister the power to appoint an interim management committee for the league. I also look at the NFA Act. I have not seen anywhere that gives the sports minister the power to constitute an IMC for the league. He said the Gusau-led board of NFF has created a very bad precedent that will hurt him and his board in the long run. Since the sports minister appointed the IMC team, let him inaugurate them, and the leadership of the NFF today under Alhaji Ibrahim Musa Gusau has taken a very bad precedent, giving them powers to run the league. Honestly, when this IMC, some of us also had our reservations too, and there was something important he said there. He said, what gives the sports minister powers to inaugurate an IMC to run the league? Because for me, I had expected that since the LMC was disbanded, of course, owing to proper registration and all of that, what will it take to properly get a new body to be registered and constituted as so you want, instead of putting up an IMC league? And like we said the other day, even this IMC, we were not even properly told how long it's going to run, when will a proper, body for the league, be put in place.
I think, just like one was in Nigeria, the more you know, the less you understand. And sometimes everybody tries to tread on the rock path.
Yeah.
But one thing is that what Gara-Gombe is saying, either you like him or you hate him, he's talking about constitutional position.
Exactly.
And even the president of the country, as the president of the country, he oversee the affair of the whole country.
Yeah.
But there are some certain things the president can't dabble into.
Exactly.
He has to be very careful.
Yeah.
The constitutional, you don't have a constitutional power to do so. In as much as he's the president of the country, it's on assume that everything under Nigeria is under his control. But there are some certain things you know that he has a limited power.
Very well.
And if you clearly look at what has happened here, to me, when the court pronouncement that disbanded the LMC, and the LMC is illegal, and minister as a minister of transport who oversee football have the right to enforce that law. If the law has been pronounced, the court has the right to pursue that law, they did, and ban the league. And at the same time, and also me, as from a layman point of view, I'm not a lawyer, and I don't think Gara-Gombe was not even a lawyer, but he may have his own examination or have his own law where he's getting from. I feel that as a minister of sport who oversees the whole sport and who oversees football, should have if there's a crisis in your house, you have the right to intervene and try to quench that crisis, and at the same time to set the right directions to be taken. Me, I was feeling that the minister didn't make any wrong move by setting up a committee to interimly run the affair of the league, pending when the club owner who owned the league will be able to put their house together and let constitute
body to run the league.
appropriate board to run the league. But another thing that struck me in when I look at what Ghana is trying to point out, and I also see that maybe the minister is also aware of his incapacity, his limited power. Because the minister is the one that constituted the IMC. If you have the power to control IMC, why not you have the power to inaugurate them? Why? Because the office of the minister is above the office of the president of the president of the Nigeria Football Federation. If you have the power to do something, why not asking somebody to inaugurate the board we constituted?
Exactly.
That's another thing. But what I have expected the minister to have done and to run foul of the law. But okay, since they disbanded the league by court pronouncement, LMC, by court pronouncement, all probably so have that if you look at in earlier statement when he announced the disbandment of the LMC, that by the court pronouncement, that LMC give power or give authority to NFL to appoint an interim management committee. What could have done was to allow the NFL to set up an interim management committee, like was done in the past. Before the LMC come into being, in 2012, yes, the then president of Nigeria Football Federation, Ahmed Shuaibu, when there was an issue in the league, people were crying for how the Nigeria League Football, Nigeria Football League was wrong. When they removed by the Bote, it will come and there was issue. And Megeri constituted interim management committee IMC, led by Udo Kairabo. It is that IMC that transformed into LMC. When Udo Kairabo, after overseeing the league for some time, and now went to register the IMC as a league management committee with the approval of NFL and with the authority of NFL. If you see IMC now we are going back to. So what I've done is allowed other the NFL to set up an interim management committee, but not you. You set up and hand over the and just like in as much I don't want to sound to believe in the word interference and all this. It's one of the words I'm not familiar with. I don't want to use it, but it has been abused, misused in this country. And for that, because if you're not handing over and then now tomorrow, just like that I say, it is an authority of the NFF to a league is owned by the league, Nigeria Football Federation. It's an authority to set up a league management committee, an interim management committee, and haven't got disbanded the LMC. But the minister set it up and hand over for it to inaugurate. Now you accepted it, you now inaugurate it. I believe that next time now, if the minister take another action that you should come out to counter say it's an interference in the law. That is what Gara is like. Please believe we so have taken the bad precedent that we are long going to hurt it. Now because this is being done simply because if you are aware of after the NPFL election, if you recall, well, minister told us he don't have a candidate in the election. But after the election, it was clear that he was not in attendance with the emergence of Uso. Because there was no that language. It wasn't no people were saying he has not congratulated Uso, he has not even said anything. We should say it is not even necessary. But and so for him just to be a loyal, to show that he's a loyal child and he's a loyal, he's willing to pay and he quickly accept this now and inaugurated him just to feel that to cement the relationship. And I hope, just like that I say, next time when minister says something, they will not come to counter and fail around. Well, we would have loved Gara-Gombe would have loved to be here to expand this more.
Very well.
But it's unfortunate he promised to be around, but unfortunately today because of something he couldn't make it. But we'll try and make effort to bring him there tomorrow and explain to Nigeria more in detail. And probably we'll try to get somebody from the NFF to also argue this issue.
Very beautiful. Anyway, to some other football stories where Canadian women national team head coach Bev Priestman has reacted to the draw which Peter has signed in the same group with the Super Falcons of Nigeria for the 2023 Women World Cup. The draw ceremony, which held at the Tamaki Makarao, Auckland on Saturday, the Olympic champions and Super Falcons have been drawn in Group B alongside co-hosts Australia and Republic of Ireland. The Canadians confront Nigeria in their first game in the competition at the Melbourne Rectangular Stadium on the 21st of July, 2023. And she has confessed that Super Falcons will be a tough nut to crack for her side. They are not an easy team to play out of the pot. They are probably the team between one. I won't be underestimating them. However, experience is on our side, and we'll use that. The Falcons were on tour of Canada 6 months ago, where they played 2 matches against the North American, losing one narrowly and drawing the other. So, I mean, showing some bit of respect to the Super Falcons there. And sometimes this could be mind games, but it's good that
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely mind game. Well, that is football.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say that no coach will be stupid enough to think it.
To just write them off.
Just write any officials or anything off. Because football today,
you can see what the under-17 girls did against all odds. So
almighty US, and everybody thinks that they have come to their end. But unfortunately, US are resting at home now, but they are still India in the competition. So it's good that the Canadians, and at the same time, the Nigerian coach should not take this as a pride. He should know that the Canadian coach is playing the mind game. He should know that one-on-one, by statistics and by head-to-head, Canada's are far better than Nigeria.
Don't forget the Olympic champions.
So we shouldn't joke about it. Why we don't even qualify for the Olympics? So they are the Olympic champions, and then we play them presently. They beat you one, and you manage to draw one. So definitely by the last country, it's to make sure that they still have edge over you. So we need to plan ahead, and it's good that for him, for the Canada coach to admit that okay, the team will beat, and the next match will draw to them. That shows the level of their program. It's good that they admit that okay, they are not to push over, and absolutely no team is a pushover. But it only lies on the Nigerian coach to work on their team. Because I think to me, as a Nigerian, what I feel at the moment, we don't have a team yet. Super Falcons, based on what they have performed recently, we don't have a team. The coach needs to work hard, particularly those girls at the Indian currently in India.
Should take a good look at them.
Good look at them and inject some of them fresh blood, fresh determined young energetic blood.
Don't forget even in our under 20.
Under 20, yes.
We have some very good players. So I really think we need fresh blood. Look at something. At least from that under 20, you could get 2-3 players from this team. You could get 2 or 3 to integrate into the team.
Sport is for young, for young men, not for old women and not for old men. So they will not be respect to the current players of the Super Falcons, but a lot of them have had their due, have played their due. They need to give me for the younger one. We need the experience, but we still need we need the experience. But the coach should bring those young guys who have this character, who have show skill, who have show determination, who have show energy to be part of this team. So when the old one can't go, the young when the speed energy is required, the young one coming, and when the experience is required, the old one coming. So you balance the team.
Anyway, let's go on a quick break. Just hang in there. We'll be back with Sports Orbit. Don't go anywhere.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, you're welcome back from that break. You're still on to Sports Orbit. Now to some cricket news where the Nigerian Cricket Federation has unveiled former Kenya cricketer and Tanzania national cricket team coach, the new head coach of the senior national team, the Yellow Greens and high performance manager, who is considered as the greatest cricketer that Kenya has produced, and he has also coached Uganda before his stint in Tanzania, replaced the void left by Sri Lankan Asanka Gurushina, who resigned earlier in April. Tikolo, who was unveiled at the Tafawa Balewa Square Cricket Oval by the NCF president, Mr. Oyi Akpata, will head the senior men's national team, the Yellow Greens, and will be assisted by the national coach, Mr. Ute Cleve, while other coaching structures will remain the same, the NFC has announced. So, new coach for, the cricket team. Well, for cricket, still a game that is gradually trying to find its feet here in Nigeria, and we hope that for someone like Tikulu, based on his experience, especially in Kenya, will bring some of that to bear on our cricket team.
Yeah, we hope so. I wish him the best. He's one of the greatest cricketers from Kenya.
Yeah.
Was former captain, former coach of the former captain, former coach of the others, and coach Tanzania. And then you look at the game of cricket, at least countries like Tanzania's, Uganda's, Kenya are ahead of us. But we are making a lift. And if you're looking at our performance in cricket in the center, Nigeria has made a steady progress in the game of cricket development to the extent that ICC have recognized the Nigerian Development Society in the game of cricket. It is unfortunate that the Australian Sri Lanka coach that was brought up because of consent.
Yeah.
We don't know what people are making. Just with less than a year, cricket terminated his contract and went back to the country. Maybe we feel that Nigeria is not good cricket enough.
Exactly, because you expect when it comes to cricket, people from Sri Lanka, you know.
It's Australian.
Exactly, Australia, Sri Lanka, India, you know, Britain, you know, yeah.
So for him coming from a very home side, but always that's why we commented the former board of NCF to go and bring him. But when we started bringing, we know that we have lack of capacity. We're not there with it. We started to come and bring in to compete and to grow our people. So we don't expect him to come and make a perfect example here. If we have a perfect example, we'll have to bring him. But unfortunately, he couldn't stay and he went back. And then the new board of NCF went to a Kenyan guy. And let's pray that the Kenyan guy will have opportunities to justify his appointment by the T2020 qualifier that is ongoing. After the first one in Nigeria, the next one come up in Rwanda in about next month, and the player will be returned to come by end of this month. So we within a short time we'll be able to see what Tikolo will be able to be able to be.
Right, to some football now. I'm talking about Super Eagles forward Paul Onuachu, where he scored a second straight brace as Genk defeated Royal Antwerp 3-1 in the Belgian Pro League clash yesterday. Brian Hayden opened scoring for Genk in 30 minutes before Onuachu doubled the advantage 20 minutes later. And of course, he scored his second of the game from a header in the 77th minute. With that, Genk had now 14 points from 14 matches in that one. Good one from Onuachu. Looks like for a while the goals dried up a bit.
Now he has started coming. But there's no doubt about his proof scoring points. He has ability to score goals, and he has been pulled that off now. But just like say, it happened to any striker. Sometimes they will drop off. For instance, if you look at Arsenal also scoring goals, because Jesus for almost performers
has not been firing on all cylinders.
They go have tough copy. So he haven't been able to come high profile players. Well. But it's good that Onuachu has been able to recover his scoring bearing feet, and they are starting to bag in goals. To score second straight brace is not his small feat.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the only issue a lot of Nigerians have is being able to find his feet, because coaches come and go, but still they really don't fancy him. Really don't know what the problem
I strongly
is.
believe that one day a coach that will find how to, sometimes one player is how to use it that matters a lot. Sometimes you see one player who is not playing well, or who is there, but some coach will misuse such a player. And one coach come and find perfect way to use it. You begin to see his best. I strongly believe that Onuachu has not been best used in the Nigerian national team.
To some other football news, where American fans have stormed Qatar ahead of the 2022 World Cup. Exactly 28 days to kick off of the World Cup, the fans of the Atlas Lions have stormed this country to support their team ahead of the tournament. It's been reported that the Moroccan fans put on their national team jerseys and sang their anthem in Doha, the capital of Qatar. I mean, for Morocco, not too far from them. It's just like crossing the river just to make the short trip to Qatar. But well ahead the World Cup, they are already storming the country already.
Trying to acclimatize and
exactly. Yeah.
Good one, if I may say, and we hope that this will give a long way in boosting the morale of the Moroccan to go.
Because Morocco, when it comes to World Cup, they've never made it out of the first round.
They are always in Syria.
In fact, there was a particular World Cup where they didn't even score any goal at all.
So, but the last World Cup, well, they also make it, and Egypt in the first round.
Yeah.
You see that they put on some decent
Performances,
in the first round. But let's hope that they are coming to play in the Qatar, where in the terrain they are almost familiar with because they are very close, and at the same time, and with their fans fully on ground to support them.
Yeah.
We'll call fans in about 12 years. We able to add impetus to the Morocco are going to do this time around.
To some other football news where Roma manager Jose Mourinho has described Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen as a player that knows how to convert half chances in a game. The tactician made this known after the Nigeria international netted the match winner in Napoli's 1-0 win over Roma in Sunday's Serie A clash. Because I saw a bit of that game, the highlight, beautiful goal for Acme. I mean, that goal came out of nothing, received a pass. Chris Smalling was the last man, was already on the ball, but somehow Osimhen used his pace and power, completely muzzled him, and it was actually a tight angle and struck it first time, and it was a goal, and beautiful goal if you ask me, and Mourinho is completely right.
Mourinho is somebody that Mourinho is one coach. Yes, he's one coach that hardly praise and Oblomé score a goal, but for him to force out of his shell to admit that Osimhen is a key striker, and the way he admired the way Osimhen take not out of nothing to give Napoli a lead, and that was just only one goal of the match, and that goal came at a very tight time and give them that opportunity and become a goal. I think Mourinho is saying that although he admired the goal with a full pace, that Osimhen was able to make use of nothing and to give them something.
To EPL now, where of course the EPL interesting matches we saw over the weekend. I mean, almost every game was difficult. Let's take a look at result. But of course, for Arsenal, they dropped some points this time around. Southampton had to fight back to end that one 1-1. Of course, they went in front through a Granit Xhaka first half strike, but Armstrong level after the interval as Arsenal paid the price for failing to convert several chances to increase their advantage. And of course, for other games, I mean, Awoni was also on target as Nottingham Forest, stop Liverpool. Just when it seemed like Liverpool were back on course, but Nottingham Forest, who have struggled all through.
Who are afraid to win match.
Exactly. Their first win over Liverpool.
And over a mighty Liverpool. And who scored a goal? Their former player.
Exactly. No wonder he couldn't even celebrate when he scored that goal. His former side.
Sometimes I disagree with the way some players behave, where you don't want to celebrate the goal against your former player. Yet it's good to honor your former player. But if I'm in our issue, I will celebrate that goal to the last end. No, Liverpool feel that you are not that good enough to give your
really. Some players, not that they don't feel like, some players, their issue is the fans. Because sometimes when you go for the return play, the fans, once you make any move, touch the ball, they keep booing you. So some players just want to avoid those kind of being that kind of scenario. So they just want to, keep it quiet. Well, for Tottenham, once again, another defeat in that one to Newcastle. Then for Leicester, I mean, a fantastic result for Leicester, 4-0 over Wolves. Looks like Brendan Rodgers is gradually getting his groove back.
And back-to-back victory.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, for Everton, wonderful victory. I saw that match. It will be fantastic in that match, though he didn't score, but he was involved in all three of the goals. Then for Man City, Brighton, I can say that scoreline truly did not reflect what went down the pitch, because I think this is Man City's worst game. Brighton played a very fantastic game, but Man City were actually, ended 3-1, but Man City were lucky to come away with a win in this match.
And that's what part of the thing the Mourinho was talking, he was making hate praise against praise on Osimhen. Sometimes in football, it's good to play badly and score. It's good to play rather than play well and fail to score. Exactly. At the end of the day, what counts is a statistic that hit the goal. So if you don't score, no matter how beautiful you play, you end on the season. You ended the game for nothing. But it's good to play badly and get the goal. And that is why you see Man City, they're not playing well. Again, the stubborn side, but they were able to take the little chance that come to their opportunity. And that's why you see Mourinho praising Osimhen. Yes, Napoli will not have it, but they just a half opportunity they have. You slide it, and then they're a winner.
For Aston Villa, back to winning ways after Gerrard left the saddle.
That is quite disappointing. Something I don't understand about clubs of certain time. sometimes it's, to me, I begin to feel that it is
players.
clear that sack coaches. Because I can't
Quite
imagine
funny.
what magic the interim management, the interim coach has done quickly within a space of 2 days. That the extent the club that was not playing, that were not scoring, they were losing, and not who they win against
Brentford.
Wolf.
No, I mean Aston Villa
Against
against Brentford.
it's not
Which
Brentford
is very
that
stubborn
even
team, yeah.
Brentford, it's not Brentford that even the top team like Arsenal, Man U, Chelsea have all find it difficult to play against, but beating them 4 unreplied goals.
Exactly.
It clearly showed that something was wrong at Aston Villa when Gerrard was around. Maybe the players don't like him or they don't like the way he's handling the team. If not, for the players to suddenly wake up and play for the new interim coach, it's quite disheartening.
Of course, the star match was Chelsea United. Well, narrow escape, lucky escape for Chelsea, if you ask me in that one. Man U did the playing, but I think the consolation was that for a lot of United fans, it would have been painful if Chelsea had run away with the 1-0 lead after Man U dominated clearly. But I mean, at the stroke of 94 minutes, United had to come back to level it
to
at
me,
1-1.
I disagree with you when you say Chelsea narrowly escaped. To
It
me,
was.
in my view, and based on the result of this match and what happened at that match, that it is mine that escaped. Wait,
If you watch in the first,
the match was played throughout the first half 1-1. It doesn't matter who dominated or who dominated. It was 1-1. The second half almost.
First half was 0-0.
First half 0-0. Even the second half towards the last minute, I think Jorginho scored that goal at the 87 minute.
Yeah, through a penalty.
It was mine that if they score you a goal at the 9 minutes, normally one would have feel that mine. But for mine to have lucky to score their goal at the 94 minutes.
You know what I mean is, if you watch that game in the first half, I mean, United could have closed that game.
Just like the way we're talking about the great team who play
sure. I mean, it's football. I mean, it happens. Yeah,
so I see that Man U consider them less lucky to have get points from that match. Chelsea were carrying the whole 3 points.
But I mean,
but the good is that
football prevails.
Yes, football prevails. But the good about that match is that the two coaches have shown that we are two on the same side, on the same level. Because Potter, since he came, he afraid to lose the match, and for him to also play against Chelsea and just Man U and still hold Man U to 1-1 draw, to me, the Potter has
job for him.
Graham Potter has begun to show that he is the right man for that job, and he's beginning to show his team on the job. And the Hag also show that yes, he can go all the way without Ronaldo, and he can go to hell. And just like everyone has seen, he should just remove his mind off completely about Ronaldo and focus on how he can take mind to the next level.
Quickly look at the table. Arsenal still on top, but this time last week he was with 4 points, but that lead has been cut down to 2 points, while Tottenham
and that's why I'm beginning to feel that Arsenal can't win this league. Because if you look at the way Arsenal is playing, if you look at even the last match when they beat Leeds, that just won by 1-0. You are playing the match, you are making a chance, you are creating chances, and you are not taking your chances. You should remember that you are not just competing against the opponent you are facing on the pitch. There are many other opponents competing against, and if you look at the result of this match weekend, the biggest beneficiary was Man City. Because Liverpool dropped a point, Chelsea dropped a point, Man dropped a point, Tottenham dropped a point, Arsenal dropped a point. So it was only Man City who dropped a point last game. Now regain that point, they drop against Liverpool.
Yeah, because Tottenham in third place, but haven't played a game more. Same for Newcastle, who have played a game more than the likes of Arsenal, City, United, and Chelsea. In the top four, which haven't played one more extra game. Of course, Liverpool 8th position, Fulham surprisingly in 7th, Brighton 9th, and Brentford actually make up the top 10. So
actually, Fulham on the usual position.
Yeah, exactly. It's happened knowing that they are just coming back from a lower division. But let's see how it pans out. This had some of these teams start, but when, like they say, when jungle mature, the boys will be separated from the men. All right, that's our package for today of today's episode of Sports Orbit. Salihu, thank you once again for being in the studio today.
Thank you so much.
Until come your way tomorrow again with another exciting package. Stay safe out there. My name is Ahmed Shuaibu, and it's bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.